According to Bloomberg News, Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana, two Italian fashion designers, have reportedly joined the exclusive club of billionaires. The co-founders of the Dolce & Gabbana brand were for the first time listed as billionaires in the organization's most recent Billionaires Index. Dolce & Gabbana. Who are they? Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana are a dynamic duo of fashion designers and business partners. On November 14, 1962, Stefano Gabbana was born in Milan. He studied graphics before working in the fashion industry. On September 13, 1958, Domenico Dolce was born in Polisi Generosa, a town in Sicily not far from Palermo. Dolce was exposed to fashion at a young age, working in his family's small clothing store, which was owned by his family. In the late 1970s, the two met at a fashion house where they both worked as designers. However, there was a delay on the onset of their chemistry. After a year, Dolce left this fashion house, and the two didn't speak again until Stefano landed a place to stay and they were matched as roommates. After that, the two formed a group. They observed how well their individual design aesthetics complemented one another and started to consider how they might work together. Together, they started developing the Dolce & Gabbana brand by working on designs in collaboration. The start of Dolce & Gabbana. When they were working as designers for the clothing line Giorgio Correggiari in 1980, Dolce & Gabbana became friends. A few years later, the two started their own design consultancy business. Dolce & Gabbana was formally created in 1985. Following that, the pair debuted their first women's collection and fashion show during Milan Fashion Week. Dolce & Gabbana released their first collection of original designs in 1986. They opened their first store in Milan the following year. The two then joined forces with Saverio, Dolce's father, who ran a manufacturing business. A number of new collections, including lingerie, beachwear, and menswear lines, as well as fashion shows in Tokyo and New York, resulted from this, which significantly accelerated the Dolce & Gabbana brand's growth. In addition, the business launched its first women's store in Milan and unveiled its first fragrance. When Madonna, the pop music icon, decided to have the fashion company create her outfits for her Girly Show World Tour in 1993, Dolce & Gabbana gained even more notoriety. The company's sales at the end of the 1990s were close to $500 million. In the early 2000s, Dolce & Gabbana continued their partnership with Madonna and also created costumes for artists like Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, Kylie Minogue, and Beyoncé. The business started creating cosmetics and accessories in 2006. Dolce & Gabbana had a €1 billion yearly revenue 3 years later. The brand has grown since it was founded to now provide collections of luxury wearables such as purses, belts, ties, watches, shoes, and sunglasses. AC Milan and Chelsea FC are two examples of professional football teams for whom Dolce & Gabbana have created apparel and kits. What kind of fashion are Dolce & Gabbana known for? It's one of the most well-known designer companies and includes ready-to-wear clothing, accessories, handbags, footwear, and cosmetics. Dolce & Gabbana is renowned for its intricate animal patterns, pinstripes, intricate embroidery, blackface, flowers, and other traditional Italian designs. Very early in their careers, they developed their identities. Dolce & Gabbana drew inspiration from Sicilian women, a distinct set of powerful, self-assured, and aesthetically gifted women right from the start. Dolce, a native of Sicily, had a strong Sicilian influence growing up and didn't particularly like this fashion. During the period, wearing pinstripes, chiffon, and a scarf was a must for Sicilian women. Dolce was persuaded by Gabbana of the strength and influence of Sicilian fashion, and as a result, they started creating with the Sicilian lady in mind. Each Dolce & Gabbana creation that walks the runway has a bold, self-assured influence. Dolce & Gabbana drew inspiration from a variety of sources for this style. They mentioned Sophia Loren, Gina Lollobrigida, Madonna, and Monica Vitti as a few of these muses. All of these inspirations' physical characteristics and personalities are reflected in the Dolce & Gabbana lady. She blends feminine undergarments with flamboyant ties and strong pinstripes, always wearing high heels. What is Domenico Dolce's net worth? Italian fashion designer Domenico Dolce has a $1.5 billion fortune. As the co-founder of the prestigious fashion house Dolce & Gabbana, Domenico Dolce amassed wealth and fame. The business was started by him and Stefano Gabbana. From 1982 to 2003, Domenico and Stefano were also romantically involved. What is Stefano Gabbana's net worth? Italian fashion designer Stefano Gabbana has a $1.5 billion fortune. As a co-founder of the prestigious fashion house Dolce & Gabbana, Stefano Gabbana amassed wealth and fame. He and Domenico Dolce created the business together. Stefano and Domenico were together from 1982 to 2003. Dolce & Gabbana's legal issues. The Italian authorities accused Dolce & Gabbana of tax cheating in 2009. They were said to have transferred assets valued at millions of euros to Luxembourg between 2004 and 2006. The two were convicted guilty in 2013 of failing to report 1 billion euros in income to the authorities. As a result, they were each given a 20-month prison term. There was an appeal, but it was dismissed in April of 2014. However, the Italian Court of Justice found Dolce & Gabbana not guilty of tax evasion later that year. Dolce & Gabbana's controversies. The Dolce & Gabbana brand drew controversy in 2015 when Dolce referred to babies born in vitro fertilization as synthetic children. Among other people, Elton John called for a boycott of the company, which prompted Gabbana to refer to the musician as a fascist. Gabbana made an effort to put himself above his business partner's point of view. Gabbana made his offensive remarks about China on Instagram in late 2018. To make matters even worse, Dolce & Gabbana posted a number of social media videos that used racial stereotypes. As a result, a number of celebrities and online retailers cut relations with the company, and a significant exhibition in Shanghai was postponed. Later, Dolce & Gabbana defended itself by asserting that its accounts had been hacked.